It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And the pregame warm-up's wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Houston Rockets. The Rockets have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They continue to pile up the wins, only one loss in weeks. They expect to win every time they take the court. And for the Houston
on the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with our broadcast team of Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldrich, Kevin Harlan, I hope you'll join us in welcoming our very special guest to the broadcast tonight. The terrific, the legendary Kobe Bryant has put on a headset and placed himself at our broadcast position. Kobe, this is really terrific. Thank you for coming by.
No, I'm always happy to stop by.
They'll play this one here in Los Angeles before the Lakers head back to the road. These guys are hot, no doubt about it. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys,
tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. Kobe, in other sports, I mean, people always admired the mind of Peyton Manning playing in the NFL. Tom Brady, the way he thinks the game through. I compare you to that. Did you have that same kind of fascination in other sports with the great players that were similar to you in basketball?
Yeah, we used to get together. I remember the first time I met Peyton was at an Orlando Magic game, 99. He came in the locker room. We were just getting started. I was just asking him questions about his process and stuff. He started going to like mock cover 2 and and I was like, and he went on for like a good 5 minutes. When he was done, I said, Peyton, I don't understand anything you just said, right? But he spoke at a level of detail that was beyond fascinating.
You were impressed by that?
Yes, which then leads to more questions. Like Tom and I talk often about that stuff too, and how much we love the game, how much we love the process and the attention to every little detail. It's fun to be around, no matter the industry.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Ennis out there with Ilyasova, and it's Capella in at the 5. And Kobe, I know you'd spend a fair amount of time watching video and scouting your opponents. How would your film style change from regular season to say, the playoffs?
I had more time to prepare in the postseason, so I could watch more film and really focus on the entire package of the team that we're facing.
Not just the guy that's defending you?
No, not just the guy that's defending me.
All of it.
But all of it,
right?
How do they play us defensively as a team? How do they play us individually? How do we need to play them as a team? How do we need to play them individually? You start looking at kind of the grand scheme of things. In a regular season, most of these film sessions, for me at least anyway, took place on the plane. Right, in between games. So when I get to the hotel, I can rest generally.
Pass to Ennis. Ilyasova against Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ennis.
Oh, you got to give it up for James. He's a rugged, tough-nosed defender, thanks mainly to his size, his speed, strength, and IQ.
And Kobe, you look at the different styles and different approaches that teams employ. How much input did you have to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing, this is how I think we should play?
Yeah, well, that was the beauty about Phil's system, the triangle, was that the players had to take the responsibility of making it what it was. Right? He gave us a format to play out of, and he gave us the structure. But within that structure, you have a myriad of options.
Right.
And it's our responsibility, it was Michael's and Scotty's responsibility, to figure out how to put Luke Longley, how to put Derek Fisher in the right spot on the floor to take advantage of the defense that you're facing.
Sounds complicated.
No, but you know, when you look at it, like the triangle, it spells things out very simplistically because you have rules.
Right.
When you have rules, then it's very easy to say, okay, when this happens, this happens. When that happens, this happens, right? So it makes the game very, very easy to measure. And so things don't happen on accident, right? They happen with intent.
Harris kicks to AI. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 1. Kobe, a lot of guys would keep written notebooks on team styles, individual players. Some do it mentally. What did you do?
I used to do that too at the start, and then I started kind of looking at the lineage of coaches and started figuring out that most of them come from the same coaching pedigree. Therefore, the defensive packages are pretty much the same.
So you studied coaches.
Well, yeah, because the defensive schematics are all the same. Like, if you look around now, how many Popovich disciples do you have?
A lot.
Right, so you're essentially playing against the same defensive strategy that you would see against a Popovich team. The same offensive philosophy that you see from a Popovich team. Right, so it's all consistent. It's all there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. We'll see what they run.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And it's Ingram missing. Houston leading by 5. Kobe, a lot of teams now playing a more spread-out offensive style. You played with a spread 4 and Robert Horry, Lamar Odom. You also played with more of a twin tower feel on your roster. Which way would you lean when you think about those different styles?
That doesn't matter to me.
You like them all?
Yeah, it just depends on the personnel that you have.
Right.
And with the personnel that you have, you make the most out of it.
That puzzle you keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, every puzzle's built different.
Right.
Right? And you just try to do what you can with what you have. So it doesn't matter.
And you like that figuring out process.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even though you're the same, you've got to kind of adapt now what's on your roster.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt to the players that you have around you, you know, and understanding what they need. It's not what you need. It's what do they need. And as long as the leader of the team can make that shift, they'll be fine with whatever they have on their roster.
Great description. Taking a look at the Rockets, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Kenneth Faried is out there with Gordon, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Capella sends it back.
An elite shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shoot.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Kobe, one of your trademarks, the fadeaway jumper. It's so effective because it's unguardable.
Can't guard it. I remember playing against Eric Snow in the Sixers one time in Philadelphia, and he was a really great defensive player. And I took him down the post, and I turned around, and I hit a fall away. And running back up the court, he was like, man, if you're going to make that, man, it's just, you know, I just got to put my hand up. If you're going to make that shot, God bless you. I said, well, then God bless me, because I practiced that shot thousands of times, so thank you.
And he was a good defender.
He was a great defender.
Yes, yes.
But those fadeaway shots, you know, players are just used to putting a hand up. But if you just put a hand up, and these are shots that I take thousands of times, we just got to hope I miss it.
And you didn't.
No, not that one.
Here's Paul over AI. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, with all the hand injuries he's had over the years, I don't know how Paul's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, some of his fingers look like they got 4 knuckles.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Harris comes in for Josh Hart. The Rockets also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Reed, and it's James Ennison for Gordon. Back to AI. Paul with the steal. Here's Harden. McGee with the block. Inside. AI passes to LeBron. Paul outside. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Misses off the right eye.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
I'd like to give a big thank you once again to Kobe Bryant for coming by, and feel free anytime to drop by and join our broadcast.
No, thank you, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me.
We've reached the end of the first half of play. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training message, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation if there's any injuries. You want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. AI is out there with Harris, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. James, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Ennis in the corner. Paul outside to the inside, and the dunk by Capella.
And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the rim.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Harden kicks to Paul. Here's the teardrop. He can't get it to go. And the Lakers going the other way now. Kuzma passes to AI. It's rebounded by Houston.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And I doubt more than a handful of experts would have put AI on their Rookie of the Year radar at the start of the season, but you simply can't deny the change he's made for his team.
AI wasn't getting much consideration at all when the season began, but he has forced his way, Greg, into the conversation with his play. He seems to get stronger each game. And the Lakers making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Fareed's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Ennis. Houston leading by 6. And isn't it amazing how overnight the Lakers went from a rebuilding team to a contending team now with LeBron?
Yeah, whatever team LeBron has been on has always been a threat to make the finals. Magic Johnson knows that. He was always a threat to make the finals. 9 for him, 8 for LeBron. I mean, the Lakers recognize and know that they have a 4-year window with LeBron now. Titles are a standard for Magic Johnson and the Lakers, and their commitment to bringing LeBron in shows that.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. You look at Houston. They're still holding tough in that 5th position, still trying to climb the ladder.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back 9 now, looking invincible.
AI dishes to McGee. Ingram kicks to AI. Misses from short range. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. The pass to Harden. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Rocket lead.
Amazing feel for scoring on the interior. I mean, Harden, he's excellent at mixing it up.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, one thing that sold Eric Gordon on joining the Rockets was the strength of their training staff. Ariza told him, you feel 10 years younger here. And he certainly...
And Gordon had battled injuries in New Orleans, as the entire team had, really. But as you said, Chris, it's been a different story for him with the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, and we're seeing his finishing return to levels not seen since his years with the Clippers. I mean, from his first step to his bounce inside, I mean, his athleticism, he's made a comeback.
And some think that Harris had an easy path to the league due to his privileged upbringing, but he's proven he belongs.
Taking a look at the Rockets, Ennis out there with Ilyasova. it's Chris Paul. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Rivers in at the 2 guard. AI, no good. Houston leading by 16. Paul, right side. Over AI. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 12 points for Chris Paul.
Look, even when you pressure Paul, he stays calm. That's scary.
AI kicks to Harris. AI passes to McGee. Lakers passing it around. To the paint. Paul with the steal. Got a piece of it. Fires from 14. Here's Capella. Some solid defense from Ingram.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him. Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And here are the Rockets now. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Paul finds Capella. Pass to Ennis. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Harden. Another miss by Houston. Lakers trail by 18. Here's Ingram. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
A pure scorer. I mean, the key, as always, is confidence. When Ingram plays with this, he's capable of taking over.
Harris against Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. And like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
Harris kicks to AI. And here's Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Lakers. It's an 18-point game. Paul passes to Ennis. Stolen by McGee.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
Pass to Harris. Kicks to McGee. Here's AI. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harden up top, guarded by Harris. Another miss by Houston. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Can't shake Kuzma.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Lakers trail by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Houston.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
That's breathing a huge sigh of relief, guys. They're on their way to a win here, avoiding losing all 4 games of the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chris Paul.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Lob pass to Capella. The kick out to Fareed. Paul outside, launches it, hands it from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never